All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live at PCCS TV, and this is the November 21 game. Middle school boys, Berean Christian School Academy Lions versus PCCS Knights. We're at the Riverview Christian School Tournament in Forsyth, Missouri.
This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All rights reserved.
All right, players are on the court for the warm-up, and we are checking to make sure that the signal is coming through on the live, so give me just a minute while I test that. Players are on the court for the warm-up. Okay, we've got audio. Looks like the signal is live on YouTube. So, this is my first basketball game of the season, and I had some struggles with the transition from volleyball to basketball this year, but we're good.
Polk County Christian School glorifies God through excellence as a Christ-centered educational environment that emphasizes servant leadership with a biblical worldview. On behalf of the school board, teachers, and all who have invested time, effort, finances, and prayer, we appreciate the opportunity to have a part in establishing a foundation in the lives of our students through Christian education.
All right, folks, and for the scoreboard, we're going to use a second camera that is pointed at a scoreboard in the venue. So you can see on that scoreboard in the bottom of your screen, we've got about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes till game time for the tip-off. Again, this is middle school boys, BCA Lions out of Monette versus PCCS Knights out of Bolivar. And that's the Lions logo on the left side of the screen, the Knights logo on the right side of the screen. The Lions are home, and the Knights are guest. So, after this game, we'll wait for a 1:15 game. Nope, sorry. This game starts at 1:15. The high school girls game starts at 4 o'clock, I believe, this afternoon. And that'll be Mountain Grove versus PCCS. Let me confirm on that game time. So the weekend tournament times, yes, 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be live shortly before 4 o'clock for the high school girls game. Mountain Grove hosting PCCS here at the Riverview Christian School Tournament. And then at 5:30, the high school boys, Mountain Grove Eagles versus PCCS. And then tomorrow, the middle school boys will play at either 10 a.m. or 11:15. The high school girls will play at 12:30 or 2 p.m. And the high school boys will play at 3:30 or 5. And I've got to look at a bracket for today, but I didn't get a chance to actually sit down and understand how that bracket is laid out. And it looked like that whole bracket showed just tomorrow's games, but maybe, I don't know. I'll see if I can get that onto the live stream later, probably for the girls or boys game. So the refs are meeting with the team captains right now. And Coach Burton is talking with the Knights on the bench. Coach Gray is with the team captains. Team captains Gideon Walker and Zach Collins. And I do not have a roster for the Lions.
PCCS athletes, spectators, and families strive to set a Christian example at all times.
All right, folks, we're about a minute from tip-off.
You are watching PCCS TV.
All right, looks like the players are out on the court, and Gideon Walker in the center of the court on the logo for the tip-off for the Knights. And other starters, we've got, looks like Miles Ankrum, number 20, Tyler Anderson, 00, Zach Collins, number 14, and number 12. I think that's Phoenix Russell. All right, tip-off goes to the Knights. Tyler Anderson over to Ankrum, Miles Ankrum, over to Russell. Russell to Collins. Collins down to the corner to, there was a call. And folks, you'll probably hear me say this every game this season. I don't know the signals from the refs well, so I can't tell you exactly what that call was. Oh, motion, I think. Nope. The other coach is calling for his team to do that for a play. All right, Lions put it up. It was no good. Still 0-0. Lions bringing it up top. And that's Russell there with an attempted steal. Almost had it. Lions keep the ball. They're going to swing it around to the far side. Stopping up top, shooting it back down below to the elbow. Down to the corner and almost lost it. Lions keep the ball, bring it back up top, and he's driving toward the basket. No shot, put it up for three. No good. Gideon Walker there with a rebound over to Ankrum. Ankrum bringing it down for the Knights. And over to Anderson. And there's a whistle. It looks like travel. All right. Lions ball. Folks, this is the first game of the season for the Knights, I believe. I know the girls had a game last night, but I think this might be the first. No, I stand corrected. The boys, I forgot. The boys had a game at Springfield Saints. Springfield Lutheran Saints that I wasn't able to make it to. So this is not the boys' first game, but it's very early in the season, so they're working out some jitters, getting used to each other. All right, and that was the BCA Lions up with a three-pointer. Anderson bringing the ball into Ankrum. Ankrum getting pressure full court. He's looking for some help, and he makes it through. Gives it over to Phoenix Russell. Russell back to Ankrum. Oh, missed pass. Lions grab that ball, and they're making a fast break, but it's out of bounds. Looks like it was out on the Lions, so Ankrum's going to bring the ball in. Over to Russell. Russell got pressure. Now Ankrum's got pressure. Passing it over to Gideon, and somebody was right there to try and steal it out of Gideon, and they got it away from him. Lions ball. Long pass to far corner, up for two, and no good. But the Lions get the rebound, and it's up for three, and that one's no good. Lions getting the rebound again, and double dribble. All right, Anderson going to bring the ball in for the Knights. Over to Ankrum. Ankrum bringing it down, getting pressure again. And he's passing it over, and there's a travel. All right. Lions ball on the far sideline. Lions bring the ball in and over to the near corner. Putting it up for three. It's no good. And there's Walker with a rebound. Over to Ankrum. And Ankrum across the center line. Passes it to Walker. Walker driving into the basket. Putting it up. And it's good for two. Looks like he drew a foul in the process of shooting that. So Walker's going to the line. And just some conversation I heard pre-game from some people that might be in the know. I think they may have changed some rules this year. Again, I can't stress enough, I don't know the rules. But there was talk about there's no more 1-and-1. So, it looks like every time you go to the foul, every time you go to the free throw line, you're going to be shooting for two unless you put the basket in and got fouled in the process. That's a possibility. I can't say I read that in the rule book somewhere. All right, it's 3-2. Eagles leading by one, and Anderson bringing the ball into Ankrum. Ankrum over to Russell. Russell back to Ankrum. Ankrum taking advantage of the screen. And he's getting full court pressure. He's going to pass it over to Russell. Russell back to, Lions trying to steal the ball. There's a whistle. Looks like that whistle was on the Knights. Lions are going to bring the ball in. Lions over to the near elbow. Inside and putting it up. No good. Taking it out to the corner, putting it up for three, and still no good. Lions getting their own rebound. And he's driving back into the paint, putting it up over his back. Walker gets a hand on that rebound, but Lions take it. Sending it up top. He puts it up for two, and it's a clean shot. 5-2. Timeout on the Knights. Coach Burton calling for a full timeout, I believe. Yep, full timeout on the green. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV. We're at the Riverview Christian School Tournament for 2025, and this is Berean Christian Academy Lions playing home team against PCCS Knights. It's a beautiful day for basketball. Pardon me, I'm just getting out of the swing of volleyball. Been doing volleyball all season, and that season has ended, and we're now swinging into basketball. This is my first basketball broadcast for the year. It's a beautiful day for basketball in Forsyth, Missouri. Beautiful day for a drive. All right, green ball under the Lions basket. Anderson's going to bring it in. Anderson into Ankrum. Ankrum down the sideline, taking a screen from Walker. And now he's going to pass it to Anderson. Anderson getting it across the center line. And he's going to pass it back to Ankrum, but it's back across the center line. And white ball. Lions to the near elbow, down to the corner, drive into the basket, puts it up for two, 7-2. Anderson bringing the ball in for the Knights over to Ankrum. Ankrum in the corner, and looks like he may have been fouled. Yep, white number 1. All right. Had an audio problem. Not sure that that's not going to come back and haunt me. If that happens, I'll try and fix it as I can. Score is 7-4. And Gideon with a rebound over. Whistle. Looks like travel. And then Gideon took a step as he was trying to pass it. About to lose his balance. Good effort, though. That was a good rebound. Lions ball under their own basket. Lions get it in, put it right up for three, and it's no good off the top of the backboard, it looked like. And they get the rebound. There's Silas came in. Must have been while I was trying to fix the mic. Silas Presley in, number 4. Got the rebound on that. Collins coming out, and number 32 in for Collins. Okay, Lions put the ball up, and it's out of bounds on the Lions. So it's our ball, yep. 23. And Silas bringing the ball into Ankrum. Ankrum over to Russell. Folks, we got some players in that I didn't see come in, and I got to go get my broadcaster's roster so I can see who's who. I don't have a reference for all the numbers, and I don't have everybody memorized yet. Ankrum on the line for a 3-throw shot. All right, Lions bringing the ball down, and there's Russell just about breaking the play up. Lions keep control of the ball. They're on the far side, and there's the buzzer. That's the end of the first quarter, folks. Score is 7-5. Lions leading by 2.
We invite you to watch a replay of this game and all our past school events on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@PCCS.
Pretty good crowd for PCCS here in Bolivar. All right, starting second quarter. And Anderson into Ankrum. Ankrum over to Russell. Russell up top. Oh, trying to get it to Ankrum, and the Lions steal the ball. Put it up, no good, and there's Ankrum with that was Russell with a rebound, making the fast break all the way down, and he tried to do the jump shot, but couldn't get the shot off before he came back down, so it's a travel. Lions get the ball. Great effort on Russell's part there, though. Good play. Lions over to the near elbow, puts the shot up for 2. Ref says we'll go with that. So it's 9-5. And Anderson into Ankrum. Ankrum bringing it across over to Russell. Russell to Walker. And ball's out of bounds. It hit the floor, probably bounced off a toe, but I'm not sure who it was off of. We'll see what the ref says. Oh, it was off of the Lions. So Walker's going to bring it in. Walker sends it into Ankrum. Ankrum into Walker, and Walker putting it up for a layup. No good. And Lions get that rebound. Lions putting up a long three-pointer. Good effort, but it's out of bounds. Off green, so it's Lions ball. Lions bringing the ball in. Oh, passing it up, and Ankrum steals the ball. What a beautiful steal there. Good to see. And, looks like Lions ball. Another good effort on Ankrum's part. He was going for the shot, got his foot off the ground, and couldn't get the shot up before his foot came back down. All right, Lions near elbow, down to the corner, putting it up. And Walker there with a rebound, and it's past the hair hard, so it's out of bounds. White ball. Timeout on the Lions. That's going to be a 30-second timeout, I believe. Yep. All right, looks like Silas Presley coming in, and John Clemens coming in for the Knights, I believe. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV. This is a free courtesy of Polk County Christian School. We try to live stream all of our sports. If we have to choose between one sport or the other, we're going to take the older students' sports first. And we'll try and get all the middle school or younger players that we can. Last night, we couldn't make it to the game. Had a family member that had a birthday, and we had to prioritize appropriately. I hear that that was a super exciting game and a lot of fun to watch. I really wish I'd have had somebody there with a camcorder to film that. Sounds like there would have been a lot of good highlight reel content in that game last night. Wish I could have seen it myself. All right, Lions bringing the ball in. It is 9-5. Lions in the lead by 4. Passing the ball up top, over to the far corner, down to the very corner, back up top again. Near wing. And Ankrum there forcing the steal. There's a whistle. I'm not sure who the whistle's on. We'll see what the ref says. White number 2 with a hold. All right, green ball. Good steal. This is the first time I've seen Ankrum on the court. I think this might be his first year for basketball, at least at PCCS. He looks like he's probably played elsewhere, maybe local league ball or something. But he is showing some basketball IQ today. All right, 9-5. Ankrum had put up for 2, and it just bounced off the rim, so good effort. Lions brought the ball down, and white ball. Lions bring the ball in, passing it up to the far wing, cross court to the near wing, and put it up for 2. Tyler Anderson with a rebound. And there's a whistle on white number 2. So Gideon Walker bringing the ball in for the Knights. He's going to bring it into Ankrum. No pressure to get it across the midcourt line. Ankrum's got it across the line, and he's over to, passing it to Presley. But the Lions jumped in between and stole the ball, and there's Ankrum with a steal, right back, but the Lions take it right back, put it up for 2, no good, and there's Tyler on the rebound, looks like jump ball. Tyler Anderson versus number 4 maybe with the Lions. Lions are going to sub in number 14 for number 2. All right, Lions bring the ball in. It's in the far corner up top and putting it up for two. No good. And there's Ankrum with the rebound. Good defense on that rebound. Elbows out. Ankrum taking it to the far side, passing it to Presley. Presley's going to put it up for two. Oh, just over the basket, but the Lions get the rebound. And they're passing it across court. Going to bring it down. No pressure. And they're bringing it to the near elbow. Back up top. Good defense there. Lions bringing it to the near side again. He's trying to work around to get a shot. Back up top. Into the middle. And, Ankrum with a hand on the ball. Ended up knocking the pass loose and got it over to Anderson. Anderson passed it back to Ankrum. Ankrum back to Silas Presley. Silas, almost. It was off the rim. And there's Gideon putting it right back up. No good. And Lions get that rebound. Knights almost on the scoreboard again there. All right, Lions put that in. Nope. Well, they did, but I think the scoreboard may have showed the wrong team on that. I'm not sure. The scoreboard says 9-8. All right. Lions putting it up for two, and it's good for two. Now the scoreboard says 8-8. There we go, 11-8. All right. Lions making a fast break, putting it up for two, no good, and there is, on the ground, looks like Collins. Yep, Zach Collins on the ground, maybe a jump ball. I'm trying to get that ball. Yeah. I think the statistician for the Knights is coming over and questioning the scoreboard. Yep, they're fixed. There we go. I think the scoreboard is right now. Okay. I think they had just simply hit the wrong button and put the score on the wrong side of the board. And that's okay. That happens. Everybody's got plenty to do here. Ankrum back down, bringing the ball over, tried to put it up, and he got blocked by a Lion. They're making a fast break, but he, I think, traveled. Green ball. All right. Russell bringing the ball down. Back over to Ankrum. Ankrum down to the far corner. Going to put it up. He does put it up. Oh, look at that. Nothing but net for Ankrum. Good for two. That was a beautiful shot, folks. That boy's been on a court before. I don't know that boy, but he has been on a court. And there he goes, grabbing the pass from the Lions. And they grabbed it back. And looks like that foul was on Ankrum. That's all right. Good play. All right, bringing in some subs. Gideon's going to get a breather. Gideon Walker coming out. And number 3, that's Beckham Stanford going in. Lions ball. Over to the near elbow. Back up top. Russell trying to steal. Okay, Lions put up a shot. No good. And he puts it back up for two. Lions in for two at 16-7. We're under a minute in the first half. Okay, Ankrum to the far side over to Russell. Russell down to Ankrum in the corner. And Ankrum thinking about a shot, but he's got a tall player there defending him, so he gives it out to Collins. Collins inside to Ankrum, and well, we put it up. The shot was a miss, and the Lions make a fast break with it. It's no good. And they're bringing it up top for a 3, and it's no good. The shot was too hard, but they get the rebound, put it back up for 2. There goes Russell with the rebound, and foul on white number 3. Looks like we're going to the free throw line. Oh, ref changed it and said white number 2. Maybe that's what he said to start with, and I just missed it. All right. That's Russell on the free throw line for the Knights. 16-7. First shot. Oh, close. Here goes the second shot from Russell. It's up and Lions get the rebound after a missed shot. 2 seconds. They're going to put up a shot and see if they can get it, and it's no good. That's the end of the first half. 16-7 as we go into halftime. All right, folks. Looks like we'll be back in about, I think, a 10-minute break. We'll see if they set a timer for that. Well, there's our super fan section. I had not noticed we had Knights over in the bleachers over there. Tell him he's the guy over on the live stream, okay? And then bring me the change too. Thank you. Okay, folks, looks like we got about 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the halftime break. I'd like to give a quick shout out to some regular sponsors at PCCS that have made contributions during our past annual auction fundraisers. KYOO AM/FM in Bolivar, Need More Vacations, Shell and Hammer Construction, Womack Monuments, Bill Roberts, Edward Jones, Mid-Missouri Bank, Shelter Insurance, Stewart's Custom Designs, Wild Man Plumbing, Douglas Hahn and Heidemann PC, Etch Salon, First Baptist Church, Hogan Farms, Motor Monkeys LLC, Oakstar Bank in Bolivar, Parton Real Estate, Pitts Chapel, Polk County Crop Services, State Farm Insurance, Bryant Chastain, agent, State Farm Insurance, Gianna Andrews, agent, All Creatures Animal Clinic, Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Ready Mix, Creator Designs, Garrettson's Trash Service, and Hubbard Realty. And folks, that's just a sampling of the people that make our school run with financial contributions or volunteer contributions. And, you know, sometimes even just prayer. Whether it's praying about the students and their welfare, the teachers and their ability to provide a good quality Christian education, or just other things for the school. Where we just purchased a building last year, a new building, so we're working on that, trying to expand our population, our student population, and offer Christian education to more students in our area. So there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes, not just financial contributions, to make the school a success. Thank you, ma'am. All right, we're under a minute before second half action starts. PCCS TV. You're watching the middle school boys game, Berean Lions, BCA Lions versus PCCS Knights. We'll be back here a little bit before 4 o'clock for the high school girls game. That'll be Mountain Grove Christian Academy Eagles versus PCCS Knights. And then after that at the 5:30 game, we should be live for all of those games. Ref says white ball coming out from halftime. And there's the buzzer. It's time for second half action. All right, starting out the second half, looks like we've got Miles Ankrum, Gideon Walker, Zach Collins, Tyler Anderson, and Phoenix Russell. Lions bringing the ball in on the far sideline. The ball's in. And he's driving into the paint, puts it up for two. Good shot right off the bat for the Lions. 18-7. Walker into Ankrum. Ankrum looking for help, gets it from Russell, and Russell going to pass it over to Anderson. Missed the pass, and the Lions take the ball, but there's a whistle. White ball. Lions bringing it across, no pressure. And cross-court pass. He's putting it into the paint, and there's Walker with the defense, keeping him from putting it up. Passes cross-court. Walker gets the rebound, and Lions steal the ball, and he's going to put it back up. No good. Walker gets a rebound again over to Anderson. And there's a travel, I believe. Yep, ref says travel. Lions ball. Lions bringing the ball in, keeping it up top for a bit. Over to the far elbow, passing it across to the top of the paint. Russell tips the ball over to Walker. Walker gets it, and Zach Collins got it. Tried to pass it to Russell, but the Lions ended up stealing it. And now Lions bringing it back. Over to the far elbow. Setting up a screen for a three-point shot. It's no good, and the Lions tip it out where they can take the rebound. Puts up a three-point effort, and it's good. 21-7. Walker bringing the ball in. Over to Ankrum. Ankrum, full court pressure, tried to pass it a long pass, and the Lions stole the pass. They're going to bring it back down. Fast break from the midcourt line, and there's a whistle. Ref says 12 green. That's on Russell. Timeout on the coach for the Knights. Full timeout for the Knights. Nope, 30-second timeout on the Knights. I'd like to show some appreciation for some volunteers at PCCS, specifically Vanessa Gray there walking away. She's our statistician at a lot of our games and our volleyball coach for the whole volleyball season. Led the high school girls to 4th place in Division 4 at state championships. A lot of good talent on that volleyball team. And then Coach Brian Gray on the bench for the Knights. He's running the online scoreboard and the Game Changer app. So if you're watching the score on Game Changer, that's courtesy of Coach Brian Gray. He's got a device there that's connected to the internet, and he's updating the play-by-play And players are back out on the court. It's Lions ball under their own basket. Lions bringing it in with a bounce pass over to the far corner. And it comes cross court. He's setting it up for three. And off the rim, there's Walker with a rebound. And Lions steal the pass from Anderson. And passing it across court, he's putting it up from the top of the key. Anderson with a rebound. Slowing it down, passing it over to Ankrum. Ankrum bringing it across. Ankrum over to Russell. Russell back to Ankrum, swinging it around. And he's going to put it down to Anderson. Anderson back out to Ankrum. Ankrum back up top to Anderson now. Anderson cross court to Collins. Too high for Collins to get it, so it's out of bounds. White ball. Lions bringing it in. Down to the near elbow, down to the near corner. He's driving into the paint, putting up for two. No good. Walker there with a rebound. He's racking up the rebound numbers already this season. Ankrum over to Anderson. Anderson up top to Russell, and Lions stealing the ball. Jump ball. And looks like it's green ball. Refs are going to confer momentarily. And Knights brought the ball in. Ankrum put a shot up from the corner. It was no good, and the Lions stole it and took it down. Fast break, put it up for two. It was good for two. It's okay. Yep, ref says basket counted, but we fouled, so he's going to the free throw line and shooting for two. That was on green 1-2. That'll be Phoenix Russell. So the Lions shooting for two at the line. Shot's good. And because he made two, I think they changed it to a one free throw. Okay, Collins bringing it in to Ankrum. Ankrum down to Russell. Russell down to, I think that's Hudson Gonzalez. Lions steal the ball. And fast break with a pass cross. Put it up for two, and it's good. 26-7. Ankrum's got the ball back. He's swinging it around. Now it's down to Hudson. Gonzalez back to Ankrum. Ankrum with a long, beautiful three-point shot. Folks, that's a highlight reel. I'll be honest, I forgot I had the highlight reel button, and I haven't done that yet this game, but that absolutely got a highlight reel on that one. Happy to have that. And what that's going to do is that's going to save the last 15, 20 seconds right before I hit that button, and at the end of the season, I'll make a highlight reel for the sports banquet. And we won't publish it until then, but after the sports banquet, we'll make it public on the YouTube channel as well. That'll be season highlights. I've made one for, we had a volleyball player that made all-state team at the Volleyball State Championships, and we put together a highlight reel of just her stuff, and that turned out pretty good. There's a timeout on the Knights. So anyway, what a great shot Ankrum had there. That was beautiful. 26-10. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Full timeout for the Knights. All right, green ball on the far sideline. Looks like that's going to be Gonzalez, I believe, bringing the ball in for the Knights. Walker putting it up for two. That's a beautiful shot, folks. That's what Walker does. His brother did the same thing. I think that kind of runs in the family. All right. Walker with a rebound. That's another signature Walker move. Gonzalez gets the ball up top. Pass down to the corner to Presley. Presley looking for a shot. There was no shot, and there was a travel. All right, Lions ball. Lions putting it up. It swirled around the rim, came out. Walker got the rebound, and he's putting it over to Ankrum to bring it across. Ankrum down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back up to Ankrum. Ankrum over to Russell. Russell into Walker. Oh, missed the pass. And the Lions grabbed the ball and put it up for two. It's 28-12. Less than a minute left in the third quarter. Gonzalez, hard pass to Walker. Walker missed it, and it went over to the corner, and Silas Presley got the pass. Silas back up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Ankrum, who puts up a long two and just missed the shot. Lions get that rebound. They pass it inside. He passes it back over inside, puts it up for two. It's going to be 30-12. Gonzalez bringing the ball in. Over to Ankrum. Ankrum putting up a long two. Oh, holy smokes, folks. That might have been three. I didn't see the ref signal, but either way, that's another highlight reel. Was that a three-pointer? Okay, well, score table confirmed. Well, I forgot. I have some graphics on the screen when we do a three-pointer, so I'll run that. And since he did one earlier, I'm going to run another one. What a great game. I wish the score was a little more in our favor, but either way, still a good game. Getting to see some good basketball. Happy to be here and happy to film this. Excited to be here for the high school girls and the high school boys games coming up later today. Several new players this year on the middle school team that I've not seen play before. They're new to PCCS basketball, so some of them look like they've been on the court before. I'm going to have to go rewatch this game, get a better feel for who the up-and-coming players are. Right now, my initial assessment, now let me refresh your memory. If you haven't heard me say this before, I don't know basketball. In fact, I don't know sports. But my initial assessment, being a non-sports guy, Ankrum has had some experience on a court. But Gonzalez looks like he might have been on a court before too. All right, Lions bring the ball in. We're starting fourth quarter action. They put it up, and Walker getting the rebound. Nope, he was reaching over the back of Gonzalez. And I think Gonzalez thought, what is coming down on me? Lions ball. Lions bring it in, drive it into the paint, put it up, no good. Walker with a rebound again. Passes it straight over to Russell, who gives it off to Collins. Collins driving down to the baseline, across the baseline, passes it to Walker. for two, and nope, Walker put the shot up, but it was no good. He got the rebound. Apparently he fouled during the rebound. Not arguing that, folks. I believe it. I just don't know the sport that well, so I got to go with what the ref says. Lions ball. They bring it across the half-court line, down to the near elbow. He puts it up for a long two. No good. And Lions tip it out. Collins gets that. Passes it to Russell. Russell back out to Collins. Collins driving in, putting it up. Oh, close. But Walker with the assist puts it in for two. And it is suddenly 30-17. Lions bringing the ball across. Over to the far wing, and that's Ankrum with a beautiful steal. That was good to see. And he puts up another long three, almost in. Walker gets that, puts it up for two, missed it. Collins got it, put it right back up. And there's a double dribble. All right, it's going to be Lions ball. Lions making some subs. Lions putting the ball up top for a three-point shot. Off the back of the rim. Walker there with the rebound. Straight over to Ankrum. Ankrum's going to bring it down. And he's stopping for a long three-point shot. Look at that, folks! That was from another zip code. What a beautiful three-point for Ankrum. Oh, and Zach Collins with a gorgeous steal. Oh, no. He made the fast break, but ended up doing a double dribble, so no point on that, but good effort. Love that steal. And the Lions putting the ball up to the top of the paint, and they're putting it up for two. Walker. Well, there was a foul. Green 3-2. Oh, I was watching Walker. I thought that was going to be on Walker, and I was like, I didn't see a foul. But again, I don't know the rules, so I was waiting to see. Apparently that was on Gonzalez. Lions' first free throw is a miss, so it's 30-20. We're trailing by 10. Folks, it's going to be hard to do it, but it's still doable for the Knights. There's Walker with the rebound on the second free throw that was missed. Over to Ankrum. Ankrum driving down, stepping out, gives it off to Collins, puts it up for two, and the Lions get the rebound on the missed shot. They're slowing it up, trying to burn the clock a little bit. Well, here he goes. He's running across. They're going to put it up for three, and it's a miss. Walker with the rebound, straight out to Ankrum. Chance to make a fast break with a long pass over to Russell. Russell goes to put it up, and it gets blocked. Three minutes, 19 seconds left in the game. And Knights are going to bring it in. That's Hudson Gonzalez on the baseline. Gonzalez bringing it into, well, it ends up going to Collins. I think there was a whistle. Knights are going to the free throw line, shooting for two. I don't know what Collins' free throw ratio is, but hopefully it's good enough to put a couple points on the board here. Close that gap a little more. First one's up. Nope, that's a miss. All right. And he's take a deep breath, calm down, put that second one in. He can do it. I know I've seen him put them in before. Second shot, that's a miss also. There was a whistle. Oh, looked like White stepped over the line, so he's going to get another shot. One shot. Oh, close. Lions get that rebound. Putting it into the top of the key. Back out to the three-point line. Walker with a rebound after the missed shot. Over to Ankrum. Ankrum bringing it down fast. And he's going to set up. Nope, he's putting it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Ankrum. Over to the near wing. And he's taking it down to the corner. Passes it out to Gonzalez into Russell. Oh, Russell got tripped up between a couple of players. Ball's on the floor. Looks like jump ball. Possession goes to Knights. All right. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left in the game. Ball comes into Collins. He puts it up, almost had the two. But the Lions get the rebound on the missed shot, and they're making a fast break. Put it out to the three-point line. All right, folks, having that bug in my audio again. Not sure what's going on there. I'll have to triage that between the next two games, or this game and the next game. Score is 33-20. All right, score is 35-20, 56 seconds left in the game. Like I was saying, I'm not sure what's causing my audio issues. I'll have to troubleshoot that after this game before the next one, see if we can figure out. I don't know if I brought a spare mic to Forsyth with me or not. If I do, if I've got one in my bag, I'll pull that out and try and use it. If not, then we'll have to just back up and punt for the rest of the tournament. And the Lions with a good steal on that. 37-20, 24 seconds left in the game. Now it's 39-20. Clemens bringing the ball into Gonzalez. Gonzalez bringing it down for the Knights. And trying to pass it over. It's tipped out by not out, but tipped by the Lions. And they take the steal. Drive it down and put it up for two. It's 41-20. And there's the game. Final score, 41-20. Lions taking the lead from the Knights in the middle school boys game. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you watching us on PCCS TV. And we'll see you back here before the 4:30 game. Hopefully, we'll have the microphone bugs worked out before then. We'll see. Either way, thanks for joining us.
This podcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All rights reserved.